guys, welcome back and thank you for watching. This Testing Basics is going to be some summer dresses, specifically mini dresses with a deep V-neck, the kind of really cutesy tea dress style which is really popular at the moment. I've got 5 styles as always. There's a lot of choice of these on the high street at the moment, but they're selling out very quickly, like super fast. I think just because it's such a popular style. And we have the brand Realisation Par, which in my eyes, well, this is when I first started to like this style of dress, seeing them and the way that they were styling it. They feature in this as well, and they're all kind of that similar vibe. So if you don't know what I'm talking about with that brand, you are about to find out. Let's start with Mango. This was, how much was this? I've just lost my page. $29.99, 100% viscose. This is a powder blue one with a white polka dot. I got it in a size small and it fits true to size. At the moment I'm a true size 8 and it fits perfectly. Boobs wise, I've got relatively big boobs. And that couldn't be an issue with these dresses, but hasn't been for me. They all have fit really well over the chest. Bra, in terms of what bra to wear, so I either don't wear a bra with them, or any old plunge bra is fine. I'll link the one that I wear in the description box so you guys can go and find that specific one, but it just needs to be a plunge so that obviously it doesn't show through the neckline of the dress, and depending on how big your boobs are means you might want to make them look bigger for wearing a dress like this so you've got a bit of cleavage, or in my case sometimes it can look a bit too much cleavage if I wear these with a bra, so I prefer to go without. But I'll link the bra in the description box. Anyway, this one's from Mango, size small, £30. It is completely unlined. It's not so see-through. You wouldn't wear black knickers with it, but you're fine with a nude pair. And it isn't a wrap. It looks like it's a wraparound style with the way that the frill runs down it, but it's not. It fastens with a zip at the side. It's a really flattering cut. And I mean, it does feel cheap. Like there's threads coming off it left, right, and centre. It's quite a thin and flimsy material. It creases really easily, but it looks really good on and is really flattering on. So swings and roundabouts for a really good price. We'll see how it gets on. Next up from there, oh, my flipping notebook keeps closing on me. This is River Island, £45, 100% polyester. Size is, where the heck's the top of this thing? Nope, that's the bottom. 8. Fits true to, no, does it fit true to size? I reckon I could have even got away with a 6 in this. It's quite big fitting, so depending on how tight you want something to be. This one feels more expensive than the Mango one because it's fully lined, so it feels heavier, not as good for if you were going to somewhere really hot on holiday or anything like that because of it being lined. We're going to talk about lining quite a lot at the end of this video because I think it makes quite a big difference to these dresses, so save that thought, hold it there because I am going to discuss this later on. I think it cheapens it, but also is quite practical, just as a little, what's the word? Foreshadowing of what I might end up saying. So this one looks like a wraparound dress. This really annoys me about this one actually. So it looks like a wraparound dress and it has the 2 ties here as if it were a wraparound dress, but it's not. It's got a zip at the side. The thing I like about a wrap dress is that it can make it fit you perfectly and be really flattering. But there's no point in having these, just do one or the other I think, because there's not even enough material between them both to really cinch it in if you wanted to. They're just kind of there for the sake of it and it's not the best. But yeah, that wasn't very positive, was it? Again, there's some threads coming off it here and there. The thing that I really like about this dress is the sleeves. It's got like 2 open cutout sections on the sleeves, which I think is a really nice detail. It makes it kind of fall off over your shoulder a little bit, which I really like. It did come with a single stitch that was fastening it a little bit higher up on the neck, but I undid that because I thought it was more flattering lower. And as it was a single stitch, I think that is meant to be an option, kind of the way the vent of a jacket might be stitched up. So yeah, this is River Island, £45. It feels a lot more expensive than the Mango one. I'm not sure I find it quite as flattering. And just £1 up from there, we have Urban Outfitters. This is a size small. Fits really well, this one actually. It's by the brand Pins and Needles, which is an Urban Outfitters own brand, I believe. This one has got a button down all the way down, very similar to styles that you might find in Reformation if you're familiar with that brand. And it's got these loop button fastenings, which I really like, and then really nice tortoiseshell buttons. On dresses like this, if you had crap buttons, it would ruin it. And it's got nice buttons, so I'm pleased about that. Super girly, super ditzy kind of print. This is really typical of this style of dress, I think. Really great for summer. The cut's really flattering. Definitely going to have to wear nude knickers with this one, and a nude bra if you're going to go for a bra. It's also got really cute little tie bits on the sleeves, on the short sleeves here. So I really like this one. It feels more expensive than the Mango one. It's 100% viscose, so it is the same fabric, but it does feel more expensive, a little bit heavier, a little bit less see-through. It's got really nice seams down the back which give it quite a nice cut as well, so I'm impressed with that one so far. Next up here is the Realisation Par one. So this has been sent to me. This is the only one that I haven't paid for. Full price at $195, which converts to around £150 at the moment. They're 100% silk, so the next two we're doing a big price jump because we're now paying for a more expensive material as well. This is the style that I went for. They have lots of different styles online. This one doesn't have any frills on it, not wraparound or anything like that. Really, really minimal. The thing that I like about Realisation Par a lot is the sleeves, and they just have a really nice, they kind of billow out a little bit, coming quite tight over the wrist. They just give the dress a really nice shape. They're sort of a little bit exaggerated over the shoulders as well, ever so slightly. This one, lining wise, is good because it's double lined but with the same fabric underneath, so you've not got a really heavy fat lining under it. It's just giving you a little bit more of a coverage over your bum, so you could pretty much wear any knickers that you fancied with these. Again, it's got lots of seams cutting under the bust and around the tummy area, which makes it really flattering. There's lots of reasons why I think these dresses are really popular. The thing that I was worried about before I got this one is that a lot of the girls that they feature on their Instagram are quite flat-chested. So when I was looking through it, I thought, these aren't going to be big boob dresses at all, it's going to be too much. They're actually really flattering over a bigger chest as well, so I was really, really pleased with that. And I got that in a size small. This is the second dress I have from them. I have them both in a size small. Definitely go for a size small. Really fit true to size. But yeah, the thing I was most impressed with is that double lining, because the other one I have from them doesn't have that, and it was an issue in terms of it being see-through, so I was relieved to see that this one did. And it's a beautiful cut dress. And finally, we have a brand called RIXO. This is quite new on my radar. They have beautiful things online. So I paid for this one myself. It was £225. It's also 100% silk, also in a size small, and fits beautifully. The thing that I liked about this is that there's a bit of a different print, like the kind of polka dot print, the flowery print, as I was saying, is everywhere in this style of dress, which is great. I really, really, really like it. And if you were obviously just going to go out and buy one, then I would really recommend that print. I think it's great for summer, really fun to style up with like trainers and to make it a little bit more grungy. But when you've got 5 of something, it's very refreshing when you find it available in a different print altogether. And I absolutely love this print. So it's very, very bold actually, and it's kind of got palm trees, flowers, it says RIXO here, some love hearts, some bananas. There's a lot going on. And the cut and shape of this is beautiful. So this is the only one that's a full wrap dress, as you can see. Opens up like this. It has the frill front, and then you wrap the thing through the thing, and then you tie the thing around the thing. So it's super flattering because you can make it just as tight as you want it to be. It's unlined. Again, we're going to come back to this. So it does flap open in the wind a little bit. I think I flashed Manchester a few times when I wore this. We're going to come back to that point, as I keep saying. So yeah, this was RIXO, £225, 100% silk. In terms of how they feel, very similar, if I'm honest, actually. Very, very similar indeed. I wouldn't really be able to tell you which is which if I had to close my eyes and grab each of them. They feel super similar. Okay, that was all of the dresses. You know how it goes now. I'm going to wear them over the next week, or I have been wearing them already. I'm going to wash them all as well. I'm going to hand wash even those 2 silk ones. Pray for me, pray for me that doesn't go really wrong. So we'll see how they all get on in the wash. The first 3 I think you can just bung in the washing machine, which always gets brownie points in my books. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this specific style of dress as well. Wrap dresses and like long midi dresses, all of that was really highly requested as well, so I'm going to do a separate one for midi dresses because I felt like the short ones need their own video. So yeah, let's get into that bit. Hi guys, so we are going out tonight and I'm wearing the Realisation Par dress. I specifically wanted to wear this to go out for an evening because of it being quite low cut and quite short. I just feel a bit more comfortable doing legs and boobs on an evening more than I would on the daytime. I wouldn't say so. I feel fine if I was on holiday or somewhere hot. I think it's because it never gets super hot here, so you get so used to being more covered up. Even showing this much skin, which isn't loads, makes me feel a bit like I'm walking around town in the nude. So as I'm wearing it while I'm still here, I thought an evening would be best. Just got it on with some Converse because we're actually going to a gig, and I'm going to pop on a big leather jacket with it as well. So what do I need to say about it? It definitely creases quite easily, so that's something to bear in mind. And bra wise, I've just gone for, I've gone for one that's got no padding in it whatsoever and no underwiring, so that it is as what's the word? So there is as little cleavage as possible, because a padded one sort of, obviously it pushes your boobs up a little bit, and I prefer not having too much cleavage for this. The only thing you need is to make sure you're wearing a bra that's like a plunge rather than like a, is it called a balcony when they're straight across? I can't remember what they're called, but plunge bra for this and you'll be absolutely fine. I don't feel too like it's too low cut or like I'm going to fall out or anything like that, and it is in a really flattering cut over the tummy and over the bum and over the hips, so like it a lot, and we'll see how we get on with it throughout the evening. Hi guys, I've had on the River Island dress today. I ended up, it did have like a little stitch just here which made it a bit more of a closed neck, but I ended up ripping it open because it felt a little bit frumpier, and I think that's because the way the cut on this isn't the most flattering point. I don't think it's as slimming as it could be, and it did feel quite unflattering with the neck closed up as well. So it kind of sits quite nicely as well like this, so it's not a problem at all. Just had it on with some Dear Francis slip-on shoes, and yeah, I really liked it. It's comfortable, I think it looks nice. I like the split details through the sleeves. I don't think it's the most flattering of cuts. I think the Realisation Par one is definitely more flattering, but for the price difference this is still a really good option. Hey guys, different hotel now and a different dress. I've got on the mango spotty one. This one I think is a lot more flattering than the Urban Outfitters one. Not as flattering as the Realisation Par. However, it does crease really badly. I shot some photos in this as well, and then going through the photos I noticed how creased it was. Like as soon as you sit down in it, it gets really creased, and kind of the frills go a bit creased and scrunched, so it doesn't hold in the same way as, I mean the Realisation Par one I have isn't the frilly one, but this kind of, the frills sit quite flat. That being said, I think it is really flattering and a really good dress for the price. It's not got lining, but it doesn't blow up like the Urban Outfitters one does, because it actually isn't split at all. This whole frill here is just a seam along. It doesn't split open, which is really good. So yeah, you've not got to worry about that, and I think sometimes having the lining does make things feel more expensive because it's not showing something that looks a bit cheap at all. So pros and cons with this one. I prefer it to the Urban Outfitters one. I prefer how it looks, but it doesn't compare to a Realisation Par one. Sadly, I was kind of hoping that this one would be like the one that blew everything out of the water. But as I said, I think it looks great. Just creases quite badly and just doesn't feel the same basically. Hey guys, oh crazy light. I've had on the Urban Outfitters one today. My Vans old school. Just had to take them off because hot feet. It's been a lovely day. This one I like a lot. I think the cut of it's really nice. The fit's really nice. I really like the fact it's a button down the whole way down. I like the little detailings on the sleeve. It's really flattering. Some of the buttons in the middle did come open a couple of times, but nothing too serious, and I have been wearing a bag crossbody at points and it doesn't pull it open or anything like that. I think that I found the mango one more flattering, but then this one is more flattering than the River Island, so it's kind of coming between the two at the moment. I really like the colour, and the neckline is especially lovely on this. It sits relatively wide on the shoulders, which I think looks really nice. So yeah, really impressed. I got a couple of compliments on it today as well when we were out and about, so that was very good. And as I said, just wore it with my Vans, so super casual and simple obviously because it's so hot here at the moment. Hi guys, excuse the fact everywhere, I don't know if you can see, but there is stuff everywhere. I've got on the RIXO dress today, just heading out to a festival, and it's an absolutely gorgeous day. So just got up with some Vans. I know a lot of these outfits I've just been wearing like trainers or my Converse and my Vans. I'm just really loving that with these dresses. I think it's so, just feels really effortless and nice. Really like how this dress looks. It's kind of really fun and summery, but I also like the fact it's darker than the other ones too, makes it a bit different. The wraparound feature is really nice, because it can make it exactly how tight I want it to be. I like the fact it's a little bit longer down the back as well, so it just feels not too short. It feels really flattering. I am expecting this to blow open quite a bit in the wind, so that might be the only downfall to this one. But I really like it. Everything about it feels really flattering and nice. The fabric feels really luxurious and everything, so thumbs up to this one. I'm excited to be wearing it. all of the dresses have been washed and ironed. The River Island Mango Urban Outfitters have all been in the washing machine. RIXO and Realisation have both been hand washed. With the help of my mum, I've now perfected my silk hand washing method, which is to just do it in lukewarm water and then wrap them in a towel to dry them a little bit, dry them on a heated drying rack, but with something between the dress and the rack, and they've both been fine. However, we have had a washing mishap, which leaves the Urban Outfitters one in last place. This was a front runner up until this moment. I love this dress, however it's shrunk basically. You may have noticed that I didn't feature a cutaway of this at the beginning section. I lost the cutaways that I'd filmed, but I deleted them. I didn't lose them, I accidentally deleted them that I'd filmed earlier, so I had to refilm them after I'd washed everything. And because this shrunk, I couldn't include the cutaway, so it's gotten so much tighter over the boobs, so much shorter. It kind of has come out a bit crunchy and crusty. Crusty is not the nicest word, that's the wrong word, but just a bit crunchy and just not the same basically. Was washed the same as the other two. It's the same material as the Mango one, which has been fine. And it says that you can wash it as well at 40 degrees. I washed it at 40 degrees actually. I did the exact thing it said, and it has gone smaller. So not significantly so, but it shouldn't do it all. So if you're willing to risk it and don't think you would have that issue, then I would still recommend it because I think it looks great for the price of it. I love the fit, I love the style, I think it's really flattering. It's just shrunk in the wash. So the next one, this was going to be the one that came in last place, which is the River Island one. I mentioned at the beginning the thing about the lining and how I was going to talk about it later. One of the girls I was away with in LA mentioned this, and she'd said that when these dresses are flowy and it blows up a little bit, which it inevitably does, and you see the lining and it's like a cheap looking jersey lining like this, it really cheapens the whole look. And I completely agree, it's such a letdown to have that happening. And while it's practical to have a lining when you've got a wrap style dress that flows open, because it does blow in the wind, it's always going to be that way, it just cheapens it so much when it's not printed. Even if it was like a chiffon material and not jersey, that would have been so much better. I also think the thickness of the dress lets it down in general. It feels really thick and heavy and wintry and not at all flowing, and just, these are really summery dresses and like really light dresses and girly, and this one felt more like, not as nice, not as flattering, also because it's kind of got so much of the shape built into it with the pretend wraparound and just the zip at the side, and you can't do anything to change it, and it isn't the most flattering. So that one's coming in second place. It would have been last had it not been for the washing issue. In next place, I'm going to put the RIXO one. Now, I am now converted to this brand, so even though it's coming in third place, I do recommend it. I've ordered something else from this brand, which you'll see in next week's video. I think it's beautiful. The quality is beautiful. This didn't run one bit when I was hand washing it, despite it being such dark and bold colours. I think the print, I love the print. I love the fact it's a bit different to everything else out there at the moment. It felt really, really, really nice in this dress. It's really flattering. I love the slightly longer length. Everything. I'm really, really, really am impressed with it and a big fan of it. However, I do think that it's a lot of money, even in comparison to the Realisation one. We've got the Urban Outfitters one that I did love, the Mango one and things. If you want a dress like this and want to invest in it, then I recommend this brand, but I don't think you necessarily have to. There is a huge difference between the quality of this one and the Mango one, say. A huge, huge, huge difference. But there is also a huge price point. So it's sort of hard in these situations because I love it, would buy it again, would recommend you spend that much money on it, but I just don't think that you absolutely have to. However, completely converted to that brand, absolutely love it. So this leaves in second place the Mango one, and I mean, I could have put the RIXO, I could have put the RIXO one in second place. As I'd said, the Urban Outfitters one would have come in second place if it hadn't been for the washing issue, because I also have pros and cons about this one. I think for £30 it's an amazing dress. It looks really good, the cut of it's really flattering, it's really flattering over the body, really flattering over the bust. It's just really, really flattering. However, it looks kind of cheap, if we're being honest. The material's really thin, it feels cheap, it feels very flimsy, not in like a nice, light, silky, flowy way like the RIXO and Realisation ones do. Just in like a meh way. The threads are coming off, and I did a photo shoot with this for my blog, and I'll put some images in here, but when I was looking back through them, it creased so much just from sitting down in my car, and it made it look really cheap. Oh, why am I putting this in second place if I'm being like this about it? This one's really hard. But I mean, obviously it's between these two, but the reason I was putting this in second place is because I do think it's a great style dress for the money. I think if you want this sort of dress for a summer holiday, you're not going to get to wear it loads at home. You might just wear it for a week while you're away, and this is a really great option. It's really cute, the colour's nice, the cut's lovely. It's 30 quid, it looks like it's 30 quid, the quality is a bit shoddy, but it's 30 quid. This one is a lot more, but you get a lot more. Ugh, I'm really torn between which one to go in second place, but yeah, that's the final reviews of those two. So it leaves in first place the Realisation part, the dress brand that started all of this off, and the dress brand that I know so many of you will be interested in. As I said, I was sent this. I would 100% buy their dresses again with my own money, without a breath. Now, there's things that I like about this style. I have another style by them, which is like a longer one, and it's really see-through, so I wasn't impressed by that. This specific style though, which is obviously what we're talking about, there's been so much good about it. So, as I said, I love the fact it's double lined with the same silk fabric underneath, and that still is 100% silk underneath in the lining. So it doesn't feel heavy like the River Island one does, but you've not got the issue of it blowing up and showing an unflattering lining or anything like that either. And it's also not see-through over the bum whatsoever, so you're not restricted underwear-wise. The cut down over the boobs and the seam underneath it and everything like that is really, really flattering. It's really slimming under the boob, and I think that is so much to do with this triangle that sits underneath the bust, which is just really, really flattering. And again, the sleeves, everything, the details on it are really, really nice, and it's so simple, and it just fit better than the rest. So much of these dresses is down to the fit because they're so simple in their style that they just need to fit really well to look really good, and this one fits me the best, hands down. So I basically think yes, they're worth the money, yes, they're worth the fuss, and I would definitely reorder from Realisation part in a heartbeat. The colour on this one did run when I hand washed it. It doesn't look any different now, but when I washed it the water was red, so maybe that's something to bear in mind too. But yeah, this is my favourite one. This is the one that I feel most excited to wear again next. But honestly, apart from the River Island one, I think I'll wear them all again. I think I'll take them all on holiday with me. Loved styling them with that Converse and bands and it being a bit laid back. They've been really fun to wear. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this one. Next one we're going to do, I might do 2 strap heeled sandals. Let me know what you think about that. Is that something you would want to see? Requests, comments, questions, everything like that is always welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.